Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is Hannah's Stitching, and this is my Flosstube. So it's all about cross stitch. So if you are new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and watching. And if you are returning, thank you so much. So I have quite a bit to show you. And I have two finishes. I am stoked. All right, I haven't had two finishes in the same video in a minute, and one of them is really good. If you follow me on Instagram, the MN Stitcher, you probably seen the one, but I did not post the other one yet. So I wanted to save it to show all you guys. I also have a fair bit of haul, just a lot of pattern acquisitions. And let's see here. I also will be going over my WIPGO plans, and I know that there's a lot of people still doing Mania, and I am going to participate in my own little way. I didn't want to go too overboard because of how many starts I had in December, so I will talk about that at the end. So those of you who only really care about, what I've been working on and my finishes, we will get into that now. So my first finish that you probably seen on if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it on there, is the Glory to Ukraine. Let's see, hopefully my Google here still has it up. Yeah, there it is. So that would be this one here by Cute Foxy Shop. I did get a new case for my tablet too, so happy about that. I don't know if I had this last time or not. Anyways, Cute Foxy Shop, Glory to Ukraine. I did not put the Glory to Ukraine. I did not have enough space between this one and this one if I want to be able to finish both of them off. But here it is. So I'm very happy to have this done, and I'm just trying to figure out how I want to finish it. So I have a little space down here, so I think I'm gonna find something to put down here next month, and then I will just finish off everything that's on here. But yeah, so this was just my little show of support to Ukraine. I did buy this from a Ukrainian stitcher on Etsy. So Cute Foxy Shop is Ukrainian. So yeah, I'm very happy with that finish. Good to get it done. And now for my favorite finish. I can't decide if this is my favorite finish of all time so far, or if it's my second. But it is Evanora by Nora Corbett. Let's get her in there. Just look at all that beading. She is stunning. She's showing up a little bit different in my lighting than in real life, but so for her, I did do some changes. So because of the color of Ada I did do her on a 14 count Ada as well, and I used the call for beads, and honestly it looks just fine. So I don't think that the 14 count really made that big of a difference with the called for beads. So there's that, and this fabric is one that I dyed myself. So this is the water lilies, and originally it called for a like brownish orangish color, and I didn't like it on this fabric, so I did end up changing that to this pinkish purple blend, which is also water lilies. So I love working with water lilies, so I definitely wanted to keep that. I just wanted a different color. So I don't know how long like Evanora took. The beading, on the other hand, I think I estimated between probably 12 and 15 hours to bead, because I had a couple hours of beading in before I pulled her out again last weekend. And I want to say last weekend I put in like 4-5 hours, and then I put in like 6-ish, 7 more hours to finish her up last Saturday. So I am just, can you tell I'm like so excited about this? I am also going to wait for some coupons, and I think I'm going to get her professionally framed at Michael's, because I think she's worth it. I will not professionally frame a lot of pieces. I will probably consider, though, any Nora's or Mirabilia's, or really any like fancy lady that has a lot of heavy beading. I will probably consider getting those professionally framed. Oh, and then I did want to note and also ask if anybody who does fancy ladies, when you do the beads, when I was looking at like the chart for her, it said to just do a half cross to attach the bead. I did full crosses though, and I feel like that secured the bead a lot. I feel like it made the bead a lot more secure. So my question is, do any of you do just the half beading method, and what do you think of that? Because I don't know, I just felt like the beads didn't lay quite right. Hi, Rennie. Okay, here we girly. All right, so let's go on to what I worked on. So I had, 2 new starts, and I don't know if I showed them, if I had them and showed them in haul last time. Oops. But the first one is from the Notorious Needle, and this was the her 2021 stitch along, and it's We Believe. So I started this one, and this PDF doesn't have, so I'm doing I'm doing it similar, but my border, there you go, is actually We Believe. So there was 2 different border options, and I decided to do the back stitching We Believe all around. So that's where I made it to, and I still got, quite a bit to go, obviously, but yeah, pretty happy with that. I made some pretty decent progress. And then there's also her 2022 stitch along that just started 2 weeks ago, I think, and we just got the second clue on Friday. So here it is. I am very behind on this already, so that's great. But that My Body is a beast, okay? So this is where I'm at. I wanted to make sure my fabric was big enough, so I just brought the border all the way down, and now I'm working on the my. Hopefully today or tomorrow I'll get back to this and finish up the Y. And then I think I'm gonna actually probably go down to like the my choice down here and try and knock that and the uterus out. And then I'll come back up and do body, because I'm thinking like with every section I may end up just doing one of the big letters, just so I can like try and sort of keep up. So those are my 2 new starts. Anybody else get like lots of strings of like the Ada when you don't like so like on this one, you know, where it's kind of pulling because you don't put tape or seal it somehow? I get that a lot because I rarely, unless I know I'm gonna be working on it for like years, I just let it go. All right, let's see here. I have my little list here of what all I worked on. Whip Go. So the last 2 weeks I worked on both my Whip Go projects, and I am going to, let's see here, got this one, and where, like I have sort of a list of what I worked on. So this is one that I worked on. This is my long dog sampler dilemma. Here it is. And for my Whip Go goal, it was 3 nap times. So I got my my 3 nap times in. And I am stitching this on 18 count white Ada. And here's where I'm at. So I got the crabs mostly done. Still missing a little claw over here. And I started filling it in here. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I filled in here, put in like these 2, and then worked the border on down some more. So I will probably not be pulling this out next month, but I'm hoping, and we'll have to see how long. So I am doing this one right here. So I've still got like the moose and the birds left. So depending on how long that takes, and what else I have going on in June, I may try to get a page finish on this one. Just because I'm not too far off, and it would be kind of cool to get a page finish. I would not hate having 2 or 3 pages done by the end of the year. Like, that'd be awesome. So that is Long Dog. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen some progress on this. But there is even more progress than what I have posted on Instagram. And that is on my second Whip Go project. That's Aphrodite Mermaid by Mirabilia. She was also slated for 3 nap times. I'm sorry, she's probably just gonna hang out there for a minute. So let me loosen this a little bit. I have her on a scroll frame, and I'm hoping to actually get a little more work done on her throughout the rest of this month, so for the next couple of days, and then she will get put away again for a little while, unfortunately, because I'm not going to be able to work on her in May with my mania plans, and that's okay. So let's just pull it down so you can see everything. And this is where I am. So, ooh, she's sparkly. So I think I think I have a before picture. I'm just gonna post that because I have done a lot on her. I have worked on her for multiple days. But I mean, I filled in down here yesterday. But then, you know, I've been working on skin, come in over here, filled in more over here. I have just been kind of jumping around. And I think now though, because this is so big down here, I'm gonna start focusing on her and like the shell that's down here, just because that is so big and bulky. And then I'll go back up. And this is on, I believe, 16 count fabric that I dyed. I don't remember if I dyed it specifically for her or if I just decided that she would look pretty on it. So yeah, very happy with my progress on her. Let's get in there actually. See if you can see all the, there's a lot of like this really pretty like blue black cry neck. It's gorgeous. So James the PH stitcher, if you don't watch him, you should. He does a lot of fancy ladies. He actually just finished her. And that kind of prompted me to like want to just really keep working on her and knocking her out. I really want to have a Mirabilia done by the end of this year. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. All right, and then I worked on my project from Cross Stitch for the Earth by Emma Congdon. And I have been working on this one here. And I put in a little bit more, in here. I am very like all over the place with this one. So I'm just gonna, so I went in and started filling in this summer because this big empty space is just driving me nuts. So went in, filled in a little bit there, and then I went over to winter and I just started filling in some of this blue. I worked on this for a little bit on Sunday and it was just cold, windy, and icky, and I felt like working on the winter section because of that. And then whatever day I worked on this, just started on the honeycombs and on the tree. So here it is. This is all the way across, but it's got a little bit more to go on the bottom. And this is on, I think this is 16 count, just 16 count white Ada. So I have a plan. I don't always get to stitch a lot on Sundays, but sometimes I get a little bit, I'm able to do a little bit. And I think on Sundays, I'm going to start trying to pull this out because I really want to try, one of my goals is to finish this year. And I know that it's very doable. I just got to pull it out more. So so I think if I can pull it out and just get a little bit of work on it every Sunday, maybe if I'm feeling it, you know, throughout the week, do that. I might be able to, you know, knock it out because I want to do more in here. And I told myself only one at a time, so otherwise I just start everything in there. And every now and then I really kind of push myself to stick to, you know, what I say. All right, and then if I have a picture, I will post it up here, but this is that Christmas unicorn. And I didn't stitch on it a lot. I just did a little bit after the video that I posted last time. And I went in and mostly I think I just put in some stitches into the horn. So not a lot. And this is by Stitch It Picasso. Okay. I did not work on that. Let me look at my notebook here. Oh. Okay, and then I did my version of being caught up, as in there's still a little bit of back stitching and like a few stitches here and there that need to be done. But I called it good because I was stitching downstairs and I didn't want to have to come up and find these things. And I was like, you know what? I'll finish it up quick enough when the second part comes out. I am talking about my the Frosted Pumpkin Under the Sea stitch along. And yesterday we got the second clue. Look at that stingray. Oh my gosh, that stingray just like has, I love it. It's so cute. I'm serious. I saw that stingray and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. Because it is. It's freaking adorable. And I cannot wait to stitch it. So, I am stitching this one on, let's see here, Periwinkle 18 Count Ada by Bestitch Me. And this was my, I think, February fabric of the month. And here's where I got to. So I'm missing some eyes and, like I said, some back stitching and some bubbles. But when I pull this out again, maybe this week, I will start filling that in. So, very excited to get back to this one. I love this one. It's super fun to stitch and it's so cute. So cute. So, there's that one. Oh, and I stitched on that. I stitched on a lot of stuff this week, you guys. Or these last 2 weeks. But that's alright. Making progress. So, then the next thing I worked on was my 2021 Halloween stitch along, When Witches Go Riding by the Tiny Modernist. And this one here. This is one I really need to pull out because I could probably finish it in like, I don't know. If I worked on it consistently for like 2 weeks, I could probably finish it. But do I do that? No. That would make too much sense. And this is on a Mystic Gray by I Have No Idea. It's 18 count and I got it at Stitchville. And this is where I'm at. So, there was a little bit I had to finish off on the M in Moon. And then I got the Laugh. Still got in there. And then this was like about here-ish, so I brought that down. I just did one, like nap time on this, so not a ton. But it feels good to, get this out and stitch on it every now and then. Honestly, what'll probably happen is she's going to announce her 2022 stitch along, and I'm going to be like, oh shit, I gotta finish the 2021 stitch along. I will pull this out, I will knock it out, so that way I'm ready for the 2022. Because that's what I did with Halloween Ouija board last year. I think I finished it in May or June, like right after she announced her next stitch along was coming out. And I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this one so that I can start the other one. So that's what I did. All right, moving right along here. Let's go to Pattern Keeper. The last two I worked on were two of my Hades. Hades are Heaven and Earth Designs. And the first one I worked on, obviously, was my Captain Claw by Jeff Haney, charted by Heaven and Earth. And I am doing this one for my husband. Last year on our anniversary, I asked him to pick out a mini Hade for me to stitch. Oh yeah, this is a mini. And this is the one he chose. So let's see here. I'm I'm not 100% sure how much I got done, but I did, I don't remember, I don't remember if I was on the 15% mark or not. But here we are. And I am 15.85% done, and I have 12,933 stitches. So I am still just kind of coming in, filling in here. So this is like the bottom of this page, so I'm just kind of working on finishing up this page. So that's where I'm at, and I haven't been able to work on this as much as I want to. Like, things have just come up. This is like my nighttime stitching, and things have just kind of come up in the evenings. Or I only get maybe 100-ish stitches in. So hopefully, you know, I'll be able to start getting more progress in on this at night. Like on my husband's school nights, he was coming home early, so I'd only get, you know, maybe half hour to an hour of stitching. But he is done with school, so I am hoping now that, you know, I'll have a little bit more time. And then the other one I worked on was Mini Merlin. So Mini Merlin's Laboratory by Ciro, is it Ciro Manchetti? I know a lot of people do stuff by this person. Charted by Heaven and Earth. And I am so excited, you guys. The other night I was like, I'm getting this project up to 1,000 stitches. And I did. So it's this one here, and I am up in here, right? Yeah, I'm up in here. So let's see here. So I am now at, and this is also a mini, and I am at 1,282 stitches and 1.52%. So I mean, I still got a ways to go, but I was really excited to hit that 1,000 stitch mark. So this is where I'm at. I am stitching this one on 18 count. And Captain Claw, I am stitching on 28 count. I think it's like the easy guide. And I am doing it 2 over 1/10. And this is full crosses. So it's kind of hard to see, but like we've got some books here. And this is actually the start of the chandelier. So yeah, I was super excited to get this as far as I did. I know it's like not, you know, a lot, but you know, for what I get for stitching time on it, I'm happy. All right, I am fairly certain that is everything that I worked on, which, I mean, quite a bit. So I am going to do haul and then plans. I will show you my virtual haul first. Heaven and Earth had a sale over Easter, so I ended up buying 3 charts. And also, if you stitch Heaven and Earth and you haven't checked their freebie section, do it, because they just released this one here. It's a quick stitch, and so I downloaded that one because I think that's pretty. And oops, and I don't think it's too terrible. Yeah, it's only 325 by 327 only, but you know, it's on the smaller end for a Hade. And then I also downloaded freebie Maui Princess. I'm not going to show that one, but I did download it. I've been debating if I wanted to stitch it or not, so. And then I did this one here. I will probably be starting her fairly soon, actually, because she's not huge. So this is Faces of Fairy 164 by Jasmine, Beckett, Griffith. And it is 225 by 223. So she is not big. And I need to order some. I'm trying to decide if I want to do her an 18 count or like 28. If I did her on 28 count, she'd be really small though. So I don't know. But I love the turtle. The turtle's so cute. So I got that one. And I forget who was stitching this one. And I think whoever it was, oh, she's not, ooh. Oh, maybe I start this one. I don't know. I want to start all of them. But this is Mini Spread Your Wings by Roser Portella. And charted by Heaven and Earth. And this one's 275 by 279. And it's the mini. And like I said, I seen somebody on Flosstube stitching her, and I was just in awe. She is absolutely stunning. And I love it. I don't really want to do a bunch of full-size Hades though, because I do want to finish them in this lifetime. And as I say that, my last one, I have been wanting this chart since it came out. This is by Amy Stewart. And I love it so much. I absolutely love it. And I had to pull up the mock-up because, I mean, look at all the details. I mean, there's just so much going on. And the colors are just stunning. Luffy. This is a full-size one. This one does not come in a mini. And even if it did, I don't know if I'd want to stitch the mini just because of, you know, all the details that are in it. She is 800 by 572. And I did get the max color. And there's 240 colors. So I bought the fabric for her, and I plan on stitching her. I plan on starting her in June. That'll give me a little bit of time to gather the colors that I need to start the first page. So because I have the fabric and everything, I am going to start her. I have been wanting to start her for, like I said, since she came out last year. So, and then I had to order some more Krynic for Aphrodite. Fred can't travel alone, okay? I ordered from 123 Stitch, and I decided that I'm going to work on my collection of mirrors. So I got this one here, the Snow Queen. Dang, she's got a lot of stuff. I was just looking at the back. I'm like, there's a lot there. But I have been eyeing her for quite some time. I have no plans to start her anytime soon, but you never know. I would like to get further on both my Mirabilias before I start a third. And then I also got the Forest Goddess. So what I'm thinking about doing is each month maybe buying a mirror or two, starting with like the oldest ones, because I'm kind of afraid like some of the ones that I really want are going to go out of print at some point, and so I'd rather just have them just in case. So maybe every month, every couple months, I'm gonna order a few just to work on my collection. Could you not walk on that, please? Thank you. So I think that's all for haul. I mean, I'm not going to show you the fabric I got for the mermaid one. Although I'm just going to do that on a 28 count easy guide, 10 stitch, because it's make my life easy. Easier. Okay. So, oh, I almost forgot this. So this is just some like really pretty Ada. I think it's 14 count from Michaels. It's just a printed, but I've seen it in such pretty colors, but my Michaels has only ever has this one. So I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. I just thought it was pretty, so I grabbed it. Mania and plans. So, I mean, I guess Mania is my main plans. I am going to do I'm just going to call it Mini May. And my plan is to stitch primarily minis in May. So what I'm going to do is every couple of days, I am going to pick a mini to work on, alternating between a current whip and a new start. And my goal is to put 3, maybe 4 nap times. Luffy, stop it. I don't know what he's barking at. He's just been in a weird mood. So put 3 to 4, my eye was twitching. 3 to 4 naps per whip. So my hope is that I will finish a few of my current whips and not come out of this with a ton of new whips. So one of my rules is it can't be bigger than 70 by 70. So trying to keep it small. I am going to try and avoid full coverage minis unless it's one that I've already started. So for example, this guy here, he is 66 by 50, but he is kind of full coveragey. So I'm hoping to pull this guy out at some point. And then I also cannot purchase new patterns for this. So this all has to come from my Redley account, patterns that I already own, magazines that I own, etc. So starting May 1st, I think May 1st I'm gonna let myself just do a new start, work on that 3 to 4 days, and then go and pick one from my current whips and then work on that 3 to 4 days. And hopefully I will either make really good progress on some of these or I will have finishes. And I do have some planned that are, really small and may only take 1 or 2 naps. And if that's the case, then, so let's say I finish this one here. This guy here shouldn't take me too long. I would guess a single, maybe 2 naps at most. If I can pull it out. Maybe 2 naps at most. He's very small. He's 27 by 35 and he has already started. So hopefully finish him and then in 2 naps, let's say. So I will have that 3rd nap that's slotted for him, but because I finished him, I will use that time to work on my whip goals. Because then on the weekends, like I was saying earlier, on Sundays I want to work on that season stitch along, and on Saturdays I was debating between starting another Nora or working on one of my current whips. And I think I'm going to work on a current whip. I'm not 100% sure which one I want to go to. I'm leaning towards Fancy Lady, but I'm not sure because I have like my goals for like the year of projects that I really want to finish, and the Fancy Lady I kind of want to work on. Sorry, one sec. The Fancy Lady I want to work on doesn't, like, you know, fit into that goal. So that leads me into the Whip Go, which she did call the numbers early, so yay. So I'm filming this on Tuesday. I was going to originally film on Wednesday after she called the numbers, but she called them yesterday, so yay. So we actually got 3 numbers because the free space was called. I do not have anything in my free space, which, great. So the first number called was 8, and that would be my Witch Along or Sabrina project. And after a lot of consideration and thinking about it, I don't know that I'm going to continue with that right now. Every now and then I get the urge to work on it, and I'm probably honestly going to leave it at that, because after some thinking, I realized that I don't really enjoy stitching it. I like the look of it, I like the design of it, and I like, you know, the little like Sabrina characters and stuff, but those frames, I hate stitching those frames. So, because she was called and I'm leaning towards not continuing with her at least as much, I think I am going to stick my Tiny Modernist Zodiac Sal in there instead. So my goal then will be to get 3 nap times on that project. And then the second one called, I'm gonna see, she should be just right here somewhere. Yeah, she's right here. I'm gonna show you this one because I haven't showed it in a while. But this is the other Mirabilia I have going, and this is Cathedral Wood Goddess. So I have been working on her, and this is where I'm at. She is being done on, I think, a linen. Over 2, and then her skin is over 1. So my other Whip Go goal was to get 4 naps on her. So that is my goal for her, and hopefully I will make really good progress on her. She is on my Whip Go goals once more, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like one more time. So, yeah, we'll hopefully get some stitching done on her, which would be great. So, I will keep you all updated on what I decide to do for my Saturday project. I think having just like a project that I work on primarily on Saturdays, though, will be good. Because then, you know, hopefully I can make good progress on a project that's not seeing a lot of love currently and isn't in my like normal-ish rotation. All right, I think that's everything. I think I covered, let's see, Whip Go, Mania, finishes, whips, yeah. I think that's everything. So if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great next couple of weeks. I will see you all in 2 weeks, unless, no, I'll probably see you guys in 2 weeks. I don't think I'm going to change my filming schedule for Mania. Hopefully the videos won't be too long. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great next couple of weeks, and I hope you get as much stitching done as you can, and thank you for watching. Bye.